Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Traversing Life with TK. Today, we're going to talk a little bit about intentions and your attention and the relationship between the two and how they correspond, especially when a lot of people talk about setting your intentions and are your intentions pure and what exactly are your intentions in any given situation. So, when you think about your intention, it's what your intent is on. So, what is your intent? Is the first thing that you got to think about. Is what exactly are you hoping or aiming to achieve with anything that you're doing? Now, when you think about what your goal is and all that, you also have to start thinking about why are these your goals? Why is this something that you are placing so much attention on that you want to achieve? Because if you don't understand the underlying reasons, then you're just basically out here just maneuvering and not even understanding what you're doing. You're just going with the flow at that point. And it's not even really going with the flow because when you're going with the flow, you still know that you're going with the flow. You know that you're going with spirit, source, God, creation, however you want to put it. But if you don't even understand the underlying reasons behind the reasons why you want to do something, then I don't want to say that you're a puppet. That's a wrong way to put it. It's more that you're being controlled by your environment. You're being controlled about outside influences instead of what you really want your your life to be. So you have to understand why, and then do those reasons line up with what you really want out of life? Then once you start thinking about that, that's when you can start being like, okay, this is my intention. This is the intent that I'm putting on this. This is the attention that I'm putting towards something because where attention goes, energy flows. So that's why when people say, it's really about your intentions and you're putting your intentions into something that's really fueling the energy behind something, it's because you're putting that attention to it, you're putting that energy on it. And that brings us back to why you have to understand the underlying reasons. Because if you don't understand those underlying reasons, all that energy is being put into there. So you're like, okay, yeah, I have good intentions, but why? Do you have good intentions just to have good intentions? Or do you have good intentions hoping to get something out of it? Or do you have good, you're putting out good intentions to receive some type of reward or some type of accolade from what you're doing? And then in that case, is it really a good intention? Or are you really just trying to receive something and you're not really just doing it just to do it, just to put that good energy out there? See, these are the things why you have to understand exactly what your intention is and the reason behind it. Not just putting out certain intentions, but understanding your reasons behind it. Because every single one of those energies are going to go into whatever you're trying to manifest, whatever you're trying to do. So if you're just trying to receive something and you're not truly on that frequency of just giving or that frequency of love or whatever it is you're doing, if you're not truly on that frequency behind those good intentions, then that energy is going to be put into it. And you might be sitting there wondering, man, I do everything right. I have all the best intentions and I do this and that. It's like, but do you? You really have to question that. This is a thing that a lot of people don't do is you have to question, you know, what is the true reasons behind your intentions. You say you have these good intentions, but why? Are you doing it just to do it? Are you doing it to receive something? Are you doing it for something down the line? Are you doing it for karma reasons? There's all kinds of reasons people do things and put out their intentions for things, but you have to understand that when you think about your intentions and what you're doing, they have to be aligned with you. Manifestation and putting and doing the things that you want to do in life will only come to you when they're aligned with you. You could be trying to copy somebody else you saw. You could be trying to emulate something you've seen before or something you want to achieve. But if it doesn't align with your true goals, it doesn't align with what your moral values are, not even just your moral values, if it doesn't align with you, I'm talking about you as a being, not as your personality, as who you've developed to be right now, but you on the inside, the true you, the one that you don't show anybody. You might show somebody depending on how close you truly get to someone, but there's always going to be aspects of yourself that you don't really show to somebody else. And that's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about you in all of your entirety. The things you show, the things you don't show, everything about you. Are those intentions actually aligned with that you? Like, really think about it. Because if they're not aligned with who you really are and what you're really trying to do out here, then you're just playing the character. You're just playing this role out here and you don't really see the results. Now, you'll see certain results, but when people talk about, oh, everything's working for me, everything is going exactly how I want it to be, and this and that, it's because they are in the flow of who they are. Their intentions are aligned with who they are. Their actions are aligned with who they are. Their attention is aligned with who they are. Everything comes down to truly, truly going with the flow of who you are. Your attention, your energy, everything. And you can't put out those pure intentions without knowing who you are, knowing what your true values are. Because that's when people talk about pure intentions, because they're purely you. They're authentically you. They're nobody else. They're nobody else's influence or anything else's influence in there. It's you. That's a pure intention because it doesn't come with any biases. It doesn't come with any other energies attached to it. That's all you. And that's when the best results truly happen, is when you're really in the flow of who you are and putting out pure intentions of yourself into the world. And when you truly start to realize that you're going with that flow of your intentions, of your attention, your energy, and who you are, you'll start to see your perspective on the world change as well. And this is all based off of your intentions, your attention. What are you putting your focus on? What are you not putting your focus on? All these things, combined in order to make your intention. And you have to understand that there's so many different aspects of what your intention is. I've just briefly touched the surface of this because your intentions go deeper. It's not just about, going with who you are. It's about seeing what is the path that you're on, because your path can change as you're going along in life. Different experiences happen. You might have been walking this way, and then something happened. Now you're walking this way, but it's still your path. It's still the way that you're walking. Now, you might be trying to put intentions out there that was based off that old path you were walking. And it's now not aligned with where you are. It used to be, but it's not anymore. So you got to understand that it's always changing, always flowing. So whatever your intentions were maybe yesterday may not be what your intentions are today, because things change. They evolve. They move forward. Everything is always forward progress. So take some time to truly think about what you're trying to achieve in life, who you really are, and where you want to go with it. And then see if your intentions are lined up with it. Just might find something out.